a lot of the work can be traced back to specific interests that I'd had, I think, since when I was a child. But occasionally, there's a work which really just popped up, and one of those works in particular would be Play Dead Real Time. And I hate the idea of inspiration and genius and all these terrible anti-socialist ideas that most artists are brought up with. However, I did wake up one morning with an idea that I'd never seen an elephant lying down. And I made some calls to some friends and said, hey, have you guys ever seen an elephant lying down? Or an elephant pretend to lie down? And no one had seen it, so I called my gallery and I said, hey, can you get me an elephant next week? And they said, yeah, sure, we're Gagosian Gallery, we can do anything. So we brought the elephant into Manhattan, which was quite funny, because you can only bring an elephant-sized truck into Manhattan after 11 o'clock in the evening, and it has to be back out by 5 a.m. So it was a nice little kind of slightly illegal thing going on. I don't even know if Mr. Gagosian knew this was happening. But we brought the truck into town. We parked it on 11th Avenue at 25th Street. So we bring this beautiful elephant out about 2 o'clock in the morning, and she just happens to like nuzzle up against the roller door and broke it without any pressure at all. Really, all she did was rub her head against it, and then we couldn't open the door. So we have the film crew on the inside, the elephant crew on the outside, and we can't get them, can't get them to meet. Luckily, the gallery front door it's quite big, but you can imagine the sight of two Scotsmen leading an elephant down 11th Avenue at 2 o'clock in the morning. Then we opened the doors and we take the elephant into the gallery space, past the front desk where there's usually a beautiful girl or boy sitting, and past these Ed Ruscha paintings, which at the time I think were about $750,000 each. The elephant had a head cold, so we're praying that she doesn't sneeze. So you can imagine the anxiety of the arrangement to do this thing gave you enough energy to get through the shooting. And I think, that the only calm person on set, I think, was probably the elephant. But we had a very simple premise, which was that the elephant would be asked to roll over and play dead. And the reason why I didn't ever see an elephant lying down is because they don't like to lie down, they don't like to be prone. So the premise was simple, that we would ask the animal to do something that she wasn't used to doing and see how she behaved with it. And you can see that, when she goes down, she's fairly uncomfortable, and you get to see parts of the animal you normally don't see. So we wanted to straddle some place in between a nature film and I suppose a medical documentary in a way, really to observe the subject in a way that could be used for a practical purpose, but also had a very certain aesthetic. And initially we showed that piece at first in the same space in which it was shot. But it seemed to be effective in that we seemed to be able to get close enough or under the skin of the elephant that, again, one of the beautiful things with film and video is it can imbue a sense or a sensibility that doesn't actually physically exist.